Muted again. Classic. Good morning. Welcome back to the stream. Welcome back to Lucid Trading. Sorry for that. I was muted for a second there. Smash that like button if you just joined. Make sure you hit that like button. That'd be very much appreciated. Like I just tried to say, we're still in the market correction right now. Market is down about, let me take a look at this right now. We're still down about 4 percentage points at the bottom right there, down 5.2% on the S&P. And the same thing obviously going on here with the Nasdaq and the Dow Jones and the Russell. Everything was going down. We've been warning about this since months ago, but never mind that. So it looks like the market is kind of bouncing upwards, at least if you take a look at the currency column, the futures right here, we said it was going to bounce. It's bouncing right now. The S&P is bouncing 0.7%. You can see right here the Nasdaq is bouncing similar amounts. Same with the Russell, bouncing about a percentage point. And I truly do think that this is not going to last. I think what we're going to see, most likely what we're going to see here is these bounces that we've seen. We're going to hit resistance and we're going to pull back again. I think this correction is going to get much worse than what we have anticipated. I said this could be a small correction, but with this situation with Jerome Powell and with the Evergrande situation, the debt ceiling situation, I think this could get a little bit worse, and that could mean we see about a 7.5, maybe a 10% correction overall. At least that's what I think could happen here. Obviously, if it doesn't happen, that is great, but I'm very cautious. I think this could definitely happen. Everybody in the market right now is quite fearful. Most people out there are fearful, and that's what you can see in the markets. All the bleeding that we've seen in the markets, that's when when a lot of people are fearful, that's what happens. That's kind of what happens. But yeah, good morning. Good morning. Welcome back. Welcome back to everybody. Let me just give a shout out to some people that just joined. Welcome to Phil Tomlinson, Tanisha J. Max, Natalia Danilova, Paul S. I see you. I'm Mystic. Oh, I'm Bassnets. Darius, Nick, Sarah, Greg, B. Demery, Ivis, Jean Dundas, Gage, Paul, Clean SD, Joran, and Vincent. Welcome back to the stream. Make sure you hit the like once again. Make sure you hit the like button, and let me know in the live chat, by the way. Let me know in the live chat what you'd like me to cover, which stocks you'd like me to cover, which index you'd like me to cover, and we'll be covering those in a moment. In the meantime, we'll take a look what's happening here. Look at that. 10-year yield is down again, down about 0.4%. Very, very interesting. So the 10-year is still falling, which means a lot of people are fearful. They're going to the bond market. They're buying bonds, and that is that's pretty much lowering the 10-year yield right as we speak. Bitcoin, Ethereum, Cardano, everything has gone down quite a bit. We're seeing a bit of a bounce here in some of these cryptos, but nothing too significant. We have 30 minutes, by the way. 30 minutes until the market opens up. So we're getting there in about 30 minutes. And so far, it looks like the indices are looking very weak. We've hit resistance, and it looks like we're about to pull back again at market open. At least that's what I'm currently seeing right now. So it doesn't at all look like this is over. I do not think we're out of the woods yet, because we haven't had any bullish catalysts yet. We haven't had anything yet that was bullish. It's just been negative news after negative news. And then tomorrow, Jerome Powell's going to be speaking, and he's potentially going to taper or at least announce the tapering, which I don't think is going to happen, but that is still going to be what's on people's minds. What if Jerome Powell tapers? And that would be very negative, obviously, for the markets. Now, let's see. Palantir, QuantumScape, Lucid, Netlist, Visa, Neo, Apple, Microsoft. But yeah, good morning. To the people that just joined, good morning. Welcome back. This is going to be a beautiful day where we're probably going to get a bunch of discounts. Friday, Powell speaks. Yeah, Friday and Wednesday. We're going to get a press conference on Wednesday as well. So it's not just Friday. Both Wednesday and Friday, we're going to get a speech from Jerome Powell. Check Lucid. Yeah, so Lucid has been going up quite a bit. I said we would be hitting 25 and then pull back. We're up 1.5% in the pre-market so far, and we got pretty close to hitting 25 in the after hours. You can see that right here. It hit 24.87, so that's nice. Looking at Palantir, remember what we said with Palantir? We said Palantir was going to most likely come back to the trend line and pull back to around 26. That actually happened. We hit 26 on the dot, on the dollar. And it's bouncing up to 26.8 right here in the pre-market. I don't think it's going to last. I think we're probably going to go down again. The C3.ai barely going up here, only up about 0.3%. Looking at big tech, Apple's up 0.6%, Microsoft is up 0.5%, Facebook up 0.5%, Google is up 0.6%. So it's big tech that's going up, and that's actually why the Nasdaq is really green right now. It's mostly because of big tech heading up. Let's see what's happening with DIDI. DIDI is also up 1.7% after this humongous downturn. Alibaba is slightly green, but nothing significant yet. Tencent, nothing. BYD, nothing. Robinhood, look at that. Robinhood starting to spike because of the rumors that there's going to be a crypto wallet coming out soon. Robinhood is going up 1.2% right as we speak. Uber. 1 second. Uber up 5.5% in the pre-market. I've been telling you guys, Uber was a great opportunity to get in on. And, well, there you go. Uber up 5.5%. That is looking pretty good. Let's take a look at what's happening here. That is amazing, right? Uber is just shooting up. UiPath is up 1.2%. This is good stuff. Very good stuff. Especially for Uber right now. I mean, Uber's been going down for such a long time. I mean, you gotta give it a break. I mean, look at this. It's just been going down since when? Let me check. Since April. Oh my god. Since April, February, it's just down. That is tough. But yeah, it's looking promising. I think Uber's still very cheap. I think we're going to see it go to $50. I think Robinhood is very cheap as well. I think Netlist is very cheap. I think Path is very cheap. But we're going to see these play out in the coming weeks and the coming months. Same for DIDI and Alibaba, by the way. It's been tough. It's been very tough for these names. Look at that. Nano Dimension also down 7.5% yesterday. 7% on BNGO. Now up 0.8%. Yeah, I think Nano Dimension is still... I like this stock. I think it's still going to go up significantly. BNGO, same story. Look at this. So, AMC is only up 0.5% after this downturn that we had from the top to the bottom. Down almost 25%. We had Tesla. We said Tesla was going to pull back and hit the 720, just the lower 700s. That happened, and it bounced right up. And I think it's going to keep on moving higher. I'm telling you, we've had the correction now with Tesla. We have Q3 deliveries coming up, and to be frank, I think we're just going to see more and more upside from here. So we've had the correction. The only thing that's going to make Tesla go down further would be if the market's really correct big time, which could happen technically speaking. But if we see a bounce to, let's say, 750 and the market's correct again, then I think we're not going to go below this support line. I think we're just going to touch the support line again around 720, 730. Then we bounce back, and we're just going to head up to... we're going to get very close to $800. At least that's my opinion. The Russell is bouncing up about a percentage point. VIX is coming down. We have got the Dow Jones right here. Let me check what's happening with the Dow Jones. Check those futures. Dow Jones is up 0.6%. Nasdaq up 0.6%. And I think the S&P is also up 0.6%. There we go. Will this last? I think it won't. I think it won't last, but we'll see. Yeah, meanwhile, we got people like Jim Cramer and some other YouTubers saying to people that, hey, you shouldn't buy the dip. Don't buy the dip when stocks are cheap. Why would you buy the dip when stocks are cheap? Buy stocks at all-time highs. It's very interesting. I've been looking around on YouTube and on television. It's getting so weird. It's to the point where they're literally telling you, no, don't buy that stock when it's cheap. Buy it when it's high. Well, how does that make any sense? It's like, I'm getting a massive discount right now, and you're telling me to not buy? I don't understand the logic. You know, I think it's like sentiment manipulation in some sense, but bit of a conspiracy. I don't get it. You know, I mean, I saw Jim Cramer recently say something like, "Remember DIDI? DIDI was sitting at $18, and he was like, yeah, buy every single DIDI stock that's out there." That's what he said. And then DIDI fell down from like $18 to $7, and that's where I came in, you know, at $7, and I was like, guys, DIDI at $7, massive discount. And then I checked television again, and Jim Cramer says, you know, Chinese stocks are pretty bad, you shouldn't buy Chinese stocks. And that's as DIDI is sitting at $7, and Alibaba sitting at $150. And I'm like, my mind is blown, because we've got these same people saying just a couple weeks ago when stocks were sitting at super high levels, yeah, you should buy Chinese stocks. That's a good idea. Yeah, you might want to buy the dip right there. I'm like, so you're going to tell people to buy stocks when they're very high, but when they're sitting at all-time lows, you're like, nah, don't buy any? I mean, I have no words for that. Then again, I'm also not a financial advisor. Anything I'm saying here is not financial advice, but that's just my opinion on the situation. I just find it so strange that it's acceptable that people will listen to that. It's like, what the hell, man? Trading and investing, it's about buying low, selling high, and you're getting the opposite of that on some of these shows on TV, and I'm very saddened about that. It's unfortunate. You know, it feels very good if you inform people and then they benefit from that and they make hundreds of thousands of dollars, even millions of dollars. It's the best feeling ever. But I'm not a financial advisor. Not trying to be. Okay, what were we looking at, right? So we still have about 20 minutes left, by the way, until the markets open up. Like I said before, please make sure you let me know which stocks you'd like me to cover, and we'll be taking a look at your favorite stocks. And we will do that in a minute here. I'm going to start a poll right now. Is the correction over? You can also reply in the live chat. Yes. No. Maybe. There we go. But there's a poll running in the live chat. Make sure you vote. Is the correction over? That's the question we're asking, and frankly, that is that's the title. That's the title of this stream. Has the stock market bottomed out? I think no. I don't think we've bottomed out yet. But if Jerome Powell tomorrow is going to delay the tapering, I think we're going to bottom out tomorrow. But I don't think we've bottomed out yet. I don't think anything is confirmed yet until we get the news from Jerome Powell. We're not gonna taper this month or next month. We're gonna taper maybe in January, maybe just down the road. So if we get that news from tomorrow at the FOMC, then that would be very good news. 48% of people saying no, the correction is not over, and I agree with that. I don't think it's over, but we'll have to see. Let's see what's happening with the Russell. Russell's starting to come down right here, right before the market opens up. Nasdaq is coming back down again. Seems like we have a pump and dump going on here. Look at that. Bit of a pump and dump, right? Last 30 minutes of last Monday, we had a move, 1.5% to the upside, and then they pumped it up in the after hours. They pumped it up in the pre-market. Guess what's going to happen? It's going to dump because it's already up 2.5%. We're not seeing any of this on the market open. So, yeah, I think it's going to dump. I think it looks like it's going to dump again. I'll be very surprised if it doesn't dump. Up almost 3% on the Russell. And, of course, it's going to start dumping. And that's happening right now. Let's see if we're seeing the same pattern here with the S&P. Yeah, there you go. Pumped it up. Last minutes of the market, and in the after hours, and in the pre-market. Now coming back down. Looks like it's going to dump. So, I said it was going to be a positive day today. What I meant actually is we're going to see a bounce. And that bounce already happened. It happened in the pre-market. It happened in the last 30 minutes of the market. And it looks like we've hit resistance. And we could be pulling back again. All right. I've been watching Jim for years, and he does do good. Sometimes he has some great insights, and yeah, always do your due diligence. You can listen to that guy. It can help from time to time, but I would take it with a grain of salt. It's mostly for entertainment purposes, right? And so is my channel, of course. Always do your own due diligence. Take in several opinions from different sides of the coin, and yeah, it's just important. Yeah, you got to do your own research. Neo, let's see what's happening with Neo. What the hell is this? Oh, okay, so we said it was going to be bottoming out around 34 or 35, and we jump upwards, and we could possibly get back to about $42. And that is what I think could be happening here as well. I think there's a good chance that we're going to get a big bounce on Neo. Because it's been going down. It's been going down for quite a time, eh? We had this top here in June, and just ever since that top, it's just down, down, down. Down, yeah. Well, how much is it down from the all-time highs? Almost 50%. Didn't Elon say they might struggle with Q3 deliveries? Yeah, but I mean, he's been saying this for every quarter. It's like, yeah, we might not be able to meet. I think it's going to be good. It's going to be fine. It's just in case anything happens, he's like, okay, it could be bad, but it's almost every quarter he's been saying that, and it's not bad. It's just super good, and we just break records. So I don't think this time is going to be different. Is it going to impact their capacity? Yeah, for sure. I think if it wasn't for the supply issues, they would have a lot more deliveries, and we would be doing a lot better. Even with the recent results that we had. Uber is still moving up, and no surprise. I mean, Uber's been going down for a long time, and I've been telling you guys, like, Uber's looking very cheap at $38, $39, $40, $41. It's now sitting at 42.25, and I don't have a lot of Uber myself. I got about $1,000 in Uber right now, because I've been adding like small amounts, right? Couple $100, couple $100. But yeah, Uber's heading up. UiPath also heading up. Robinhood 1.2% to the upside. Virgin Galactic 0.5 percentage points. We got about 15 minutes until the market opens up. Make sure you smash like. Let's hit that like button. Let's get to 100 likes. Once we hit about 150 likes, we're going to do another question and answer. So you can ask me any questions, and I will be answering. And I might actually extend the live stream as well. We'll see. Yeah, smash that like button right now. I'm going to quickly link this live stream. Here we go. Live for market open. And now we're going to go back to the charts. And we're going to see if anybody has been mentioning me or letting me know which stocks I'd like to see. CRISPR. I haven't actually checked CRISP in a while. ARK has been buying this stock like crazy, so I am very bullish on this stock, mainly because ARK is very, very bullish on this stock, and ARK tends to be right. And, the technicals are also not looking that bad. This is the support zone around 115. Still looking kind of bearish, but I think we're probably going to see a bit of a bounce. It's up 1. Yeah, so there you go. It's up 1%. And it's still holding the support area. Look at this. Like, look at that pattern. Very big pump, downturn. Smaller pump, downturn. And then we see smaller and smaller moves to the upside. And it's just kind of flattening out here, which is an interesting phenomenon. Yeah, I think we're probably going to head up. I really do think so. We're going to retest this 125 very soon. That's going to take a couple days, though, of course. Like, we're talking... yeah, I think we're going to test 124, 125. Maybe at the end of this week, actually. If you take a look at the daily chart, it's been negative for a while. RSI is not overbought or anything. Not oversold either, though. So I don't think we're going to see significant rallies, but we could see a bit of a bounce. I think that's quite possible right now. Yeah, so that's what I would think about CRISPR. See what's happening with the markets. Markets are pulling back, still pulling back. VIX is going up again. Look at that VIX. Look at that spike. My gosh. Volatility is still sitting quite high. I think we're going to see another spike on the VIX. Obviously, if the market corrects again, then that's when you see another big spike on the VIX. I'm just going to take a quick look at my own portfolio. And I just, the Chinese stocks are just not catching a break. It's just down, 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 down. No moves to the upside, no nothing. And look at this. This is just horrible. Alibaba still sitting at 151.5. I think it's kind of going flat right now. Oh, more moments. Is Uber skyrocketing right now? Is it still heading up? Oh, yeah, okay. So it's up 6.4% or 6.2% right now. I would not necessarily say skyrocketing. I mean, keep in mind, Uber's been going down so much recently. It's just recovering some of its losses. And why am I saying that? Well, look at this. Uber IPO'd around this price. I mean, and that was in 2019. It's been about 2.5 years, and Uber's barely moved. At least the price hasn't really gone anywhere. What's happening with DIDI? DIDI's also going up 2%. Obviously, when Uber's doing well, then it tends to pull back up DIDI. The co-founder of DIDI has stepped down, so that's an unfortunate thing that happened recently. But I don't think it's going to be a very big problem for DIDI. Alibaba slightly down. Oh my gosh, it's just like on top of the 50% correction, you get another 5% correction and just complete flatness, no buying pressure, no nothing. I think it's so much of an overreaction. This support area is going to hold. I think it's going to hold. Last time RSI got oversold like this, we got a massive bounce of about 30%. So I think history is going to repeat itself. Let's see. Thoughts on Baba? I think Alibaba's going to bounce. I think we're going to bottom out. DIDI denied. Fake news. Wait, what? Let me see if I can find the news of DIDI. Was it really fake news that the co-founder stepped down? Oh, that's pretty wild. DIDI co-founder. Let's see if I can find the news. Well, I mean, the co-founder has told associates that she wants to leave. So nothing has really been confirmed, but yeah, I can't find any place where it says that it's denied, actually. So one moment. There we go. DIDI denied fake. Yeah, well, I think it's fake. Yeah, if it's just a rumor, I mean, it could very well be fake. DXY is slightly negative. That could benefit markets. Usually when the dollar goes down, that benefits the overall market. The 10-year is going flat right now. We have oil going up. Cryptos are weak, very weak. They're going to come down, no doubt about that. Looks like Bitcoin is going to go down back to 30,000s. That's coming up. You can see right here the MACD is about to cross on a weekly chart. This is a weekly chart. This is no daily chart. This is tough. If it crosses down, it's going to go down all the way. So I think that's coming up for Bitcoin. Bitcoin is about to pull back. Ethereum is about to pull back along with Bitcoin. Look, you can see that right here. MACD is about to cross again. We're going to see a double top. We're seeing a double top right now. And yeah, I mean, I've been warning about crypto for a long time. You know, it's in a bear market. We're going to crash. It already crashed. And some people don't want to listen. All of my friends, they got into crypto at very low prices. And I told all my friends, like, hey, I think crypto is going to top out. And that's back when Bitcoin was sitting at 60,000. And none of my friends listened. Just one of them listened, and he's my business partner. He's working on the website. He's a programmer. And he listened. He sold all of his Bitcoin at like 60K and 50K, and he's still benefiting from that. Which is fantastic. Obviously, it was not financial advice. Just had a hunch, you know. I saw the technicals. I was like, hey, you know, wouldn't be surprised if Bitcoin comes down. And then we had the very bad news with China. You know, China kicking out of all of its miners. Ooh, 10-year starting to go down. So we got the 10-year going down and the dollar going down. That is interesting. And we have about 6 minutes left, by the way. Let me know in the chat which stocks you'd like me to cover. Make sure you hit the like button as well. Hey, Gara, could you take a look at Vail? Great dividend. Has it reached bottom? We'll take a look at Vail in a second. What is your most exciting stock at the moment, Gara? Which has the biggest potential? DIDI. DIDI has the biggest potential right now. At the current price, I think it could easily double and triple in the next months or so. They just need to get the app online. We need to see the app online, and I think DIDI is going to do well. I think the correction is not over because we're not seeing strength in the markets. We're seeing a bit of a dead cat bounce. That's what we're seeing here. It's not convincing. Let's put it that way. Looking at the Nasdaq again. Yeah, there you go. We hit the 20-day moving average. It bounced back. But look at this. This is not good. This is not good at all. This basically means that we still have some downside coming. This could get much, much worse. Yeah, things are just getting started. Things are just getting started. That's what I'm trying to say. DIDI's president expects the Chinese government to take over the company and install new leaders. I mean, we don't know. If they do that, the company's going to go to ruin. But I don't think that's going to happen. The only reason that DIDI can be sitting at a market cap like this is because it's not state-owned. It's because they are a private company, or no, not private company, but they can their market cap is decided by the free market, and if they take away that aspect of DIDI, then it's gonna go down. There's no way around it. One sec. Do you think Tesla's going up in spite of things going down? Yeah, I do think so. I mean, the coming days are going to be rough, but I do think we're going to head up until October. I think we're going to just move upwards. All right, we got 3 minutes left. 3 minutes, and then I think the markets are going to dump. Alrighty. We got about 2 minutes left. Let's see what's happening across the board right here. Once again, hit that like button. Once we hit 150 likes, we're going to do a question and answers. Let's see what's happening with Palantir. Palantir is now up 1.4%. That is good. That is interesting. AI is sitting flat, sitting at 47.5. Nothing happening there. Tesla is up 0.5%. Neo up about a percentage point. Lucid Group is up 2.8%, sitting at 24.7. DIDI up 1.7%. Baba's going down again like every other day. Virgin Galactic up 0.5%. Robinhood is up about a percentage point. Uber up 6%. UiPath going flat. The Russell is holding up, and so is the Nasdaq. I don't know. Is it going to hold up? We'll see. I don't think so. I think it's going to get way worse. Unless we get the confirmation from Powell, I think this is going to get way, way worse. I mean, we haven't seen anything yet. Just saying. AI is not flat, Garrett's up 1.1. I mean, to be really honest, I'm not very excited about AI being up 1%. Sorry. It's been going down 70% the past months. I think it's flat if it's only up a percentage point. Go. It doesn't really excite me anymore. It's like, oh, it's up 1%? Oh, congrats. Still down 70% though from the all-time high. Alright, so market's opening up any minute now. Here we go. Make sure you smash that like. Market's opening up. There we go. Markets have opened up. What is happening? Nasdaq heading up, Russell's heading up, Tesla's heading down slightly, but still up 0.5%. We have the Dow Jones up 0.5%, S&P up 0.5 percentage points. Let's see what's happening here. Neo is up a percentage point, Lucid is up 3%, about to hit 25. AI is up 1.4%, AMC is up 2.5%, Palantir up 1.4%. Big Tech about 0.5% to the upside right now. Tesla's about to go negative again. BNGO and dimension are green. Recovery stocks are green. Semiconductors are also slightly green. Big banks are heading up about 0.5 percentage point. Value stocks are slightly green. Chinese stocks are green. Look at that. DIDI up 1%. Baba up 0.2%. Virgin Galactic slightly green. Uber. Look at that. Uber's going up 7%. And, well, looks like the markets are coming down again. There you go. Surprise, surprise. S&P and Nasdaq are pulling back at open. I mean, I warned about this. It's very much, it's going to get worse. Because, you know, the reason that it's going down right now, although it could jump any second, you know, it's the markets. The reason it's going down right now, one moment, what the hell happened with the VIX? Is in the after hours in the pre-market, it's just been going up and up and up. And then, of course, it dumps it open. No wonder, right? I mean, the markets are still bearish. One moment. Let me just quickly check what's happening here. Here we go. Markets are open. Let me know in the chat which stocks you'd like me to cover, and we'll cover your stocks, your favorite stocks. Just still checking out what's happening here with my own portfolio. I'm gonna have to check that. Uber is skyrocketing, sitting at 42.7, heading up 7.5%. Remember, I talked about the stocks was sitting at 38, 39, 40, now sitting at about 43 in a couple minutes. Virgin Galactic is up a percentage point. Robinhood is heading up as well, sitting at 41. Netlist is not updating yet. UiPath is negative. Alibaba going down again, sitting at 150.9, and it's coming down about 0.5%. DIDI is slightly up, slightly green, about 1% to the upside. Interesting. AI is actually heading up 1.6% right now. Palantir up 1.6% as well, sitting at 27. Snowflake up 1.5%. Even AMC going green, 2.8%. That is interesting. Tesla's still holding up, not going down yet. NEO is going down again. Lucid Group is hitting 25 as expected. I think it's going to top out any moment now with Lucid. Russell is still going down. Sorry, Nasdaq is still going down. S&P is heading down as well. The Russell is holding up. Dow Jones is starting to come down. So that's interesting. VIX is starting to head up. Look at that. VIX is spiking up. It dumped for a second there. It was down, sitting at 21.78, and it spiked instantly. Let me just quickly take a look at my portfolio. One moment. Tesla, Sony, NLST, Edit. Roku is taking off. Is Roku taking off? Yeah, Roku's taking off. Yeah, I was bearish on Roku, and it came down a lot, so it's only fair. Roku up 2.6%. Nothing significant. I mean, it's down a lot. It's only up 2.6%. That's nothing. Nothing significant. I mean, if you take a look at this, I mean, oh, it's up 2%. Well, it's down like what? How much is it down? 34%? That doesn't look like a reversal at all. At least not yet. But yeah, ARK is benefiting from this. ARK is up 1.3%, going up more than the S&P and the Nasdaq, and looks like the Russell's doing fairly good. It's up 1%, but everything else is starting to move down. Tesla's still up 0.5%. Lucid Group is now sitting at 25.3, going more than I expected, I have to admit. AI, 1.6%. Apple, Big Tech is struggling, and looking at Baba, going down again. DIDI is going down. UiPath is going down pretty fast now as well. Virgin Galactic up 1.4%. That is crazy. Yesterday was a great day for buying lots of discounts. I totally agree. Yesterday was a fantastic day to be buying. Is it a bull trap? I think it's a bull trap. I really do think today's a bull trap. Unless Jerome Powell is going to delay the tapering, this is going to be a bull trap. I don't believe it. I just don't believe it. I think they're just... If this was bullish, we would have seen the market go up 2% like that. And we're not seeing that yet. It's only up 0.5 percentage point, which usually when things bottom out, we see a massive spike. Basically, people buying the dip like crazy because there's a bullish catalyst. There is no bullish catalyst. There's nothing going on right now. In fact, China's Evergrande is collapsing. We've got the debt ceiling coming up. We got the thing, we got the evictions going on. We got the Federal Reserve talking about tapering. There's not a whole lot of good happening. The job growth is slowing down. Like, there's a bunch of negatives and there's not a whole lot of positives. And that's the perfect time to buy the dip, right? That's why I have been dollar cost averaging in many of these companies. And look at that, C3 is up 2%, Palantir up 1.4%. So the American equities are doing fairly good relative to what we've seen before with Chinese equities. I mean, look. Oh, oops, that didn't mean to do that. There we go. I want to go back to Baba. Baba's going green. DD slightly green. Nothing significant. But I'm telling you, once we get even slightly good news with the Chinese market, like if the Chinese markets gets, if we're going to see any kind of rally, just a slight rally in the Chinese stocks, this stock right over here, Alibaba, you're looking at this bad boy, it's going to shoot up so high. It's going to go up, I think, 30% in maybe 1 or 2 weeks. It's going to sit at $200 easily. We've only been seeing selling pressure, only negatives, no positive. The world is ending, so to speak, with Baba. Yet this company has got very high revenue numbers. They're doing really good. Look at that net income, 7 billion. 7 billion net income. That's the strangest part about this. Look at that quarterly revenue, 31.8 billion, net income of 7 billion. Look at this annual revenue here, right, for 2017. In 2017, in 1 year, they had 37.8 billion in revenue with net income of 9.6 billion. This is what they made in 1 quarter recently in Q1 2021. Yet the stock price is sitting at the same price level as in 2017, which is kind of wild, right? Look at this, 2017, we were sitting at 150. I don't think it makes any sense. I think the only reason it's down like this is because of the panic. I think when people are panicking, that's when you want to be greedy. And I've been buying Alibaba like crazy. We'll see what happens. It's up 0.5%, 0.6%. It's starting to move up higher and higher. Looking better and better. But yeah, it's, you know, it's tough to buy the dip. It's very tough. It's very tough to buy the dip. It's very tough to be buying a falling knife. It's tough to see your stock go down as everything else goes up. But sometimes you've got to be patient, and things eventually work out as accordingly when you wait long enough. And I think Baba is such a scenario. I think C3.ai is such a scenario. DIDI is such a scenario. And this is what a lot of traders forget. It's like, yeah, I mean, you could trade stocks on a daily basis and you could make some profit. But I think where the real money lies is when you have some patience and you wait for maybe a week, maybe a couple weeks, maybe a couple months, because it takes some time before these stocks can really take off, because good news doesn't come overnight. It takes some time for that to happen. And in the meantime, you want to be dollar cost averaging at the best prices possible. C3.ai is now sitting up 2.2% to the upside here, which is not bad. Definitely not bad. Let's see. We have Lucid Group sitting at 25.4, up 5.3%. Neo is going up 1.4%. Looking a bit better now. Tesla's also looking better. Looks like we're about to head up, fill the gap to about 750. Interesting. Dollar is heading down. 10 years heading down. We got U.S. oil going up. And the indices are still holding up, not pulling back further. S&P is up 0.5%, Nasdaq up 0.5%, Dow Jones up 0.7%, Russell still up a percentage point. And looking at Coinbase is slightly green. Looking very, very interesting. AI is still green. Baba is failing to move up. Volatility index is heading down. Yeah, I am shorting the VIX, by the way. I'm crazy like that. I've shorted the VIX. I don't know if it's a good idea or not. I got some leverage behind it. It's not a lot of money. It's like $500. I'm shorting the VIX. I think I shorted the VIX right here at around 25. Green on that position, about 20%. We'll see if it's going to go down. I think it's eventually going to go down. So we could see another spike back in this zone, and that's where I might actually add a little bit to short the VIX. It's a fun little position. Keeps me aware of what's happening with the VIX as well. So it's nice. Feels like a bull trap. It really does feel like a bull trap. Uneasy feeling. Let me know how that works. We'll see. We'll see what happens, right? Palantir just don't care to take off all by itself. Palantir is, I mean, I've been saying this for a long time. They have great fundamentals, and you know, you have a snowflake sitting here with a market cap of like 94 billion. I mean, of course, Palantir is going to take off if you just keep getting more and more bullish news about the company. It only makes sense. And we're seeing some weakness here for the S&P, starting to pull back slightly further. Nasdaq pulling back again. Russell's starting to pull back. Look at that. Russell's now weakening. Dow Jones pulling back. Overall markets pulling back. Are we seeing the effect here? Well, Path is going green, so not really. Path going green. Virgin Galactic is spiking 2.7%. Uber is up 7% still. Helion is going up. Robinhood is going up 1.7%. We have Alibaba still green. DIDI green. Baidu is up 2%. BYD, I don't know why it's not 7 up. It's not, it's down 7% actually. This is from yesterday, I think. Hasn't quite updated yet. Big banks are going up across the board, yet the 10-year yield is falling. That's wild. Recovery stocks are green. BNGO, Nano Dimension are going up further. I still think Nano Dimension and BNGO are sitting at very, very attractive prices, by the way. Cheeto Killer, the game collector, coming in here with a $5 donation. Thank you so much for that donation. Cheeto says, are you still holding DD and more? Thoughts on it? And can you please check HIMS? So I think that's... We'll take a look at those. No problem. Thank you for that donation. Let's take a look at both DD and HIMS. Well, let's just start with HIMS. Him and hers. We said it was going to move and top out at 9.8, $10. Didn't happen. It topped out at 9.3. Then it came down. Then it came down with the markets. Still up 2.6%. So it's still looking fine actually. Looks like it's holding up. However, look at this. We've already had like a bit of a spike in momentum, and I think maybe we're ready for things to just cool off a little bit. But yeah, then you look at the weekly chart and it's like, well, damn. I mean, it's a bit iffy. I'm going to say this stock is probably going to trend up higher, depending on when the market actually bottoms out, because we're not sure if that's happening right here today or whether that's going to happen in a couple days from now, maybe even next week. But I think this support right here around $7.8, $8, I think it's going to hold up. Maybe we consolidate. We consolidate for a brief period of time, and then we head back up. Because I think the fundamentals of this company, I've covered this before, they're all right. It's not a very bad company or anything like that. Actually, they're improving, and they're growing. So and look at this stock price. Like, look at that stock price. It's it hit an all-time high of 25. We had a recent high of 15. Now sitting at $8. It's discounted quite significantly, and so I think it's going to be rallying up. Maybe get back to around $10, like I said in the past. So that's what I currently still think about this company. Let's see. DD, what's happening with DD, right? So DD has been going down quite a bit. In a bit of a hurdle because their app is still not on the App Store. So people can't download the app and actually use it, which is quite problematic, right? It's like, if you can't use the app, then how are they going to receive any money? Well, they're not going to receive anything. They're just going to have to be very much dependent on their current customer base, which already have the app. And it's already reported that that a lot of people they're not using DiDi anymore. They're using other apps out there. So they lost about 30% of their daily customers. I would say for DiDi right here, we filled the gap already. Look at that huge gap fill. I think we're going to bottom out. We're going to bottom out in this zone if we don't get any bad news. And as the market starts heading up, because it will head up, I don't think the market is going to keep going down. I don't think the market is crashing indefinitely. I think we're going to see a bit of a bounce come up soon. We'll probably head back up to maybe 8.5 to about $9. I think that's what's going to happen short term. And if you take a look at the trend right here, I think it makes a lot of sense for us to get back in that zone, right between $8.5 and $9. That's still pretty nice gain. But ultimately, we're waiting for fundamental news. We're waiting for the app, the DIDI app, to get online for people to be able to use the app, which hasn't happened yet. So, Robinhood is up 2.2%, and Virgin Galactic as well. Markets are shooting up. Look at that. S&P. This is what we're talking about. So this is good. Very, very good news. S&P starting to spike up 0.7%, and same for the Nasdaq, up 0.7% here. It's starting to move up higher. Russell is going down slightly. Dow Jones is spiking as well, up 0.8%. And then we're looking at the VIX. VIX is coming down. I'm shorting the VIX, and I'm liking it right now. It's looking pretty good. This is good news. VIX is pulling back. Markets are moving higher. I'm still not convinced yet. Like I said, we're still not really above any kind of resistance. I think for the markets to look bullish over here, especially S&P right now, we would have to fill this gap and exceed it. And so if we see that happen here, then I would say the correction is over. But right now, I still believe that we're going to head down unless maybe tomorrow Jerome Powell is going to announce that the taper is going to get delayed. Short the VIX to the bottom. Yeah, I will. I don't mind doing that. It's a lot of cash that's going to come up here. I think the VIX is going to get back down to, you know, maybe around 20. So maybe another 10%. Although keep in mind, usually what happens is it goes down and it spikes again, and then it goes down again. So you can see that right here. Went up, spiked, bottomed out, spiked again, and then it came down. And it happens quite often, actually. Spikes, dumps, spikes again, and then it dumps again. I don't think we've had the second spike, have we? Had that one. I think right here, maybe. VIX is really coming down fast. The 10-year yield is starting to spike, and that is having a very positive impact on the big banks. Look at that. Big banks are all going up about a percentage point across the board. And that is the current situation. Lucid is Lucid still heading up? Oh my god, look at that. I'm going to have to delete this. This is blasphemy. Like, it's just still going up. Up 6.7%, sitting at 25.7. Looks like we're straight up heading to maybe around 27, if that's possible at all. I mean, that is beautiful. Let's check the daily charts. We're above the resistance right here, above 25. I think we're heading to 27 at this point. It's far exceeding 25. It's sitting at 25.7. If the markets keep going up like this, we're going to hit 27 on CCIV or Lucid. Tesla sitting at 737 right now, up a percentage point, which also I believe is going to go up to, you know, possibly around $780, $800 short term. Mainly because of Q3 deliveries. So that's the catalyst that we currently have for Tesla, and Tesla's starting to move. Markets are looking exciting. Damn. Markets are looking more and more exciting here. Faraday Future is up 9%. That's cool. All the EV stocks are heading up. Lucid Motors, Lucid Group is sitting at 25.87, up 7.5%, about to hit 26. This is gorgeous. This is great, right? We've seen, look, I've said in the past that the stock would be sitting at the lower 20s because of the fact that we didn't have any good news. Then we got the good news, and from there on, it's, you know, the stock is heading up. The good news about the recent updates on the vehicles that they're going to be selling, they're going to have like 520 miles if you have the specs at the maximum. About to hit 26. They're going to have delivery update coming up soon as well. And the markets are spiking, so that's benefiting them. DIDI is only up a percentage point. Baba is only up 0.2%. Virgin Galactic up 2.5%. Uber is about to be up about 7.5%. UiPath is heading up a percentage point as well. What's happening to the volatility index? It should be going down, right? It should be going down very fast, given the fact that stocks are starting to move up. It's not going to hold. FFIEs. Well, let me just check that out. Faraday Future. It's up 10%. I mean, we did say it was going to move up, right? We said it was going to move up and then correct. That correction is coming up, but it's moving more than expected as well. It's good news. Damn, that is insane. It's hitting 11.5, which has been a resistance in the past, I guess. It's good stuff. EV stocks are heading up across the board. Although Chinese EV stocks are still not doing good because the Chinese stock market is doing very bad. I think if we take a look at the China A50, only up 0.9%. After all that downside on the Chinese stock market, we are still not seeing strength. Let me check the HSI, the Hang Seng Index, which has been demolished. And yeah, it's not looking that good. Uber is still heading up 7.5%, sitting at 42.8, about to hit 43. Actually, it already hit 43 right here. That is nice. Robinhood up 2%, sitting at 41.5. UiPath up 1.2%, bouncing off the bottom. Finally seeing a bit of momentum. Netlist up a percentage point. Look at that. Alibaba is starting to move 0.5%. DIDI still up 1%. Baidu up 1.7%. BYD up 2.2%. Tencent up about 1.5%. Let's check JD. JD is barely up. Interesting. AI sitting at 47.66. Palantir sitting at 27. Let me delete this. This is old technicals. Wow, Palantir is actually looking pretty good. The Auto, Xpeng, Lucid is hitting 26. We're about to be hitting 26. What's happening with the indices? The VIX is not going down. You can see that right here. It's having a tough time going down. That's interesting. It's Isn't that interesting? It seems like the VIX is still holding, which could mean that the markets are just going to dump maybe in a couple hours from now. Yeah, you see the indices are starting to pull back already. S&P hit the 20-day moving average on the 1 hour, and it's pulling back. Man, oh man. Yeah, look at that. Uber is still up 8%. Uber don't care. Uber going to the moon. So Uber's up 8%, sitting at 43. Netlist. That is a lot of noise. Netlist up 1.1%. Virgin Galactic is pulling back. It was up about almost 3%, right? It's pulling back. Chinese stocks are pulling back. And the VIX is still sitting at 23. Which is quite insane, to say the least. You think it's a bear trap? I think it's a bull trap. I mean, does this look bullish? I don't think it looks bullish. I think it looks pretty messed up. Look at that. Russell is starting to pull back. One sec. Let me delete this arrow. I mean, the Russell's pulling back here. It's down about 1.1% from that high that we've had. See, that is a sign of weakness. That's not good when it's dropping like this after a massive downturn. Essentially, what you want to see is you want to see these tiny drops and then immediately continue the rally. I mean, it could still reverse, but Tesla sitting at 736, Neo sitting at 25.2, about to go negative. I think the Chinese stocks are about to go negative again, eh? Netlist up 3.4%. Virgin Galactic bouncing back up, sitting at 25.3. Uber so I think Uber's going to go up a lot higher. I truly think it's going to go up a lot higher. I think at least it's going to go back to 50. Short term. UiPath up 0.3%. It's coming down again. It's just unbelievable. UiPath. There is so much negativity in the markets. If you take away the big tech, I think a lot of stocks aren't even up. They're mostly down. It's kind of interesting. And big tech is doing well, right? Big tech is doing pretty well. Apple up 1%, Microsoft up 1%, Facebook up 0.5%, Google up 0.5%, Amazon up 0.5%. What can I say? And the indices are pulling back. And the VIX is heading up higher. This is starting to move up higher. Gold is up 0.5%. Cryptocurrencies are slightly green. Oh my gosh. Here we go again. Here we go again. Watch the markets drop. Just watch. Here we go. Here we go again. Let me see. I think we're going to fill the gap right here. I hope I'm wrong, but we'll see. AI is still sitting at 47.5. Palantir sitting at 26.7. Yeah, we're seeing just most stocks are starting to move down with the markets. From what we're seeing right here. Eat it, Burry. I think Burry's going to be right very soon. AI is falling. Palantir is falling. You can see that right here, dumping like mad. Because the indices are falling. S&P falling. Nasdaq is starting to fall. Russell's falling. Dow Jones starting to fall. Across the board. And Chinese stocks are sitting alright. Not really going down or anything. Even Uber, look at that. Uber's falling. I think C3 is still looking very cheap. Relative to the market, I think C3 is very cheap. Is Alibaba going up? Yeah, looks like when the markets go up, Alibaba goes up. We received €4 from Laura Gayhart. Thank you so much, Laura. Laura says, do you think Sava will hit 36? If the markets keep correcting, yeah. Probably. It's hitting 50. It's up 3%. Yeah, I mean, right? So, yeah, Sava's heading up right now. $36. Why 36 though? Oh, this bottom right here. Will it hit 36? Let's check the weekly chart, eh? It could still hit 36. It could still happen. If we see a nice correction in the markets, I think it could get as low as 24. But that's only if we see like a severe market correction, I think. But yeah, the MACD is green on the daily chart, but on a weekly chart, it's just bearish. So we're kind of, I think we're still looking bearish. But it could bounce in the meantime. It could bounce in the short term, right? but most likely it's going to stay flat, in all honesty. I mean, there's nothing going on with this company. They recently had significant bad news. They've got nothing positive coming up from what I've seen. They don't make any revenue, so it's no... I wouldn't be surprised if it keeps falling, because the markets are still negative. Look at that. S&P is still pulling back. Look at the 1 minute. Is it going to hold up there? I don't think so. Nasdaq is heading down. Russell's heading down. Okay, so there you go. Chinese stocks are pulling back again. Alibaba just dropped 0.5%. DIDI dropped about a percentage point. Both of them about to go negative. It's kind of interesting. People would rather buy big tech at all-time highs than buy these stocks. Which is just mind-blowing. There we go. Yeah, Powell is going to be speaking tomorrow. And that's going to decide where the market is heading for the coming weeks and months, I would argue. It's going to be very exciting. I don't know. These Chinese stocks just absolutely volatile. I mean, look at this. Look at this. This is Baba right now. Jump, dumps, jumps, dumps, jumps, dumps. This is at the bottom. I don't understand. AI is slightly up. Palantir's coming back down. Uber is still spiking. Nasdaq is heading down still. Russell is looking alright. VIX is spiking. There's a lot of volatility still. Incredible amounts of volatility right here. Tesla about to hit 740. Up 1.3%. About to hit 740. Heading up. Lucid Group is still sitting at 25.6. And the Chinese EV stocks are not doing anything. Let's see. Oh yeah, by the way, smash that like button. Once we hit 150 likes, we're going to do a Q&A. You can ask me any question. I'll be answering all of your questions. So make sure you hit that like button. We had a poll running. I asked, is the correction over? 52% of people saying no. 21% saying yes. 18% says maybe. 10% says no. Wow. Okay. So majority of people think that this is not going to be over today. Or for the coming time. Look at that. There's a lot of green here. A lot of green. You can see that here. No good news out of China. Yeah, it's just a bit bad news after bad news after bad news. No good news at all for China the past couple months. I mean, on every front, it's just been bad news. So yeah, it does kind of make sense that China's just uninvestable right now. For the short term, right? Once they get some good news, then things will change quite drastically, to say the least. Uber is struggling to go above 43, and Robinhood is sitting right about I don't know. Robinhood is just... I think you should probably forget about this. This is not accurate. This is not the actual price of the stock. This is just a pump and dump. Because of the option chain getting all messy. I think these are the actual prices around this range. This is just people dumping their shares and getting out. So this is accurate. DIDI going negative, Alibaba going down. Wow. Indices are pulling back. Here we go. S&P is pulling back. Nasdaq is pulling back. Dow Jones is holding firm. Russell's pulling back slightly. VIX is heading up. VIX is heading up quite a bit. It's up quite a bit, right? 5.7% from the bottom. U.S. oil going down. It's negative. That's not good. It's not good for the markets. Do we see any strange things? No, not really. Yeah, markets are still dropping. Welcome to the bull trap. Look at all those people that got trapped. Oh my god. These are all people that bought and they're now trapped. Including me. I've bought some tips too, but still. We partially filled the gap, but yeah, it wasn't anything significant. Regardless of that, Tesla's still heading up 1.4%. AI is about to go negative. Palantir about to go negative. Big tech is going negative. Google, Amazon, Facebook going negative. Uber is still doing pretty good. DIDI's down 0.4%. Baba is down. And looks like the market is pulling back. Let's go. Market about to go negative again. This is going to be wild. I am telling you, this is going to keep on going until we get good news. Nothing is going to happen in the markets. It's going to be a bunch of dip buying, but that's it. That's all we're going to get. Look at that VIX. Look at that VIX. VIX is sitting at 24.4. VIX is spiking. Like I said, the VIX doesn't usually go down right away. It tends to spike again. That's what's happening right now. It's spiking again. So yeah. Nasdaq selling off. S&P selling off. Yeah, the spike keeps falling. Yeah, didn't I just say that this is probably a bull trap and we're going to go down again? I said yesterday that today we would bounce and then by the end of the day we could go negative again. Or maybe by Wednesday we go negative. But this is... I'm not confident in the market right now. I think the markets are still pricing in negative news. And we don't have any positive news right now. Let's be honest. Like, what do we have going on for the markets? Nothing. It's just negative news across the board. And frankly, I think the market hasn't even priced in the negative news. You know, maybe a potential tapering happening short term. I don't think that's priced in. So that's the current situation. Look at that. Nasdaq is about to go negative. Look at the big tech. Amazon down 0.3%. You know, Netflix down 0.5%. Google down 0.2%. Facebook is still holding on, but it's about to go negative too. Nasdaq falling. Remember that little arrow that we drew? Remember that little arrow? We're right there, filling the gap. Nasdaq is still falling. Look at that. About to go negative. About to go negative. Baba down 0.2%. DIDI down 0.5%. Interesting. How about healthcare stocks? Thanks, Gerald. I think every stock is going down. Almost every stock is going down. Just because we have a green day doesn't mean anything, right? We're still going to see stocks go down. Until we get any kind of good news, right? We haven't had any good news. It's just been negative. The only good news that we had was, well, we've had good earnings. But that was a month ago. And next earnings is in about a month or two. So, yeah. We have got a long way until next earnings. And we have no positive news. It's only negativity. And I'm surprised that the markets were holding on so far. I'm surprised that the markets didn't go down as much as I thought they would. But we're heading down. Correction time. Yeah, I've been warning about this for some time. Right? This was bound to happen at some point. Like I said earlier about the Nasdaq, it's just getting started, right? It's just getting started. I don't think it's going to bottom out right here. It would be surprising if that were to be the case. I mean, I think we're at least heading back to maybe 14,500-ish, which is another 3%, 3 to 4%. Look at that. Recovery stocks going red. Semiconductors going red. Some of big tech is going down as well. Big banks are still green. Chinese stocks flat. Straight up flat. Yeah, blood everywhere. I agree with that. Let's see. What do we have going on here? Few more days until October, and it's going to recover. Maybe. Could be the case. Oh, did you see that? A bit of a spike here on the indices. There's people buying the dip right now. This is not looking good. MACD's about to cross. I think we're heading down. Again. ARK up 0.9%. Russell is up 0.3%. Dow Jones 0.5% to the upside. Uber, look at that. Uber is still up 8%. Wait, why is Uber still up? That is kind of confusing. Did they get good news? Uber shares jumped 6% as it revises its outlook higher. Of course it does. I mean, the economy's returning back to normal, so. And the stock has been just doing nothing, so. Well, yeah. Uber sitting at 43. It's going to go up much higher. It's going to go back. It's going to get back to 50. Netlist up 2.6%. Virgin Galactic sitting at 25. Alibaba negative. Oh boy. Tesla's up 1.4%, still doing good. Lucid Group still sitting at 25.6. Lucid is doing fine. Both Palantir and AI have come down significantly. Both are down about 2%, I think, from the recent high. That's kind of problematic. When is the Fed going to talk? The Fed is going to talk tomorrow. We're going to cover that. So make sure you tune in tomorrow as well. We hit 150 likes, by the way. So we're going to do a Q&A. Q&A. Ask me anything in the chat. So type it down below. Type any kind of question you want me to answer to. Make sure you do that in the live chat. We hit 150 likes. That was the goal, right? If we hit 150, we go Q&A mode. So ask me any question that you'd like me to answer. Palantir going negative. Sitting at 26.5, struggling to go up. AI is about to go negative as well. And the Nasdaq looks like it's going down here. VIX is spiking again. The VIX is not going to leave us alone. Look at that. That is impressive. DIDI down, Alibaba down. Chinese stocks are still pulling back. Uber up 8.2%, above 43. Big tech, Google's down, Amazon down, Netflix down. Facebook is jumping again. That is interesting. Uber up 8.5% now. It's doing pretty good. Faraday still up 6%, but it's correcting. All right, we got a bunch of questions here. Let me answer some of these. Yeah, short term it does look like the S&P is about to bounce again. Looking at the momentum right now. Gara, please explain the VIX. The VIX just pretty much, what it does is it puts the expectations on volatility, and it projects it onto a graph, and that's all it is. Thoughts? I think it was the volatility in the options. Thoughts on the Chinese stocks in Q4? I think they're going to do good. I truly think so. I think the Evergrande situation is not going to cause these Chinese stocks to crash. I think all that's happening right now is a lot of fear in the market. People are selling off their Chinese stocks. Hedge funds are going to buy them at cheap prices. All that's going to happen is hedge funds are going to get cheap prices on Chinese stocks. And then everything's going to shoot up again. Do you think this has to do with COVID? Worries in the near future? No, not really. Although it's part of the reason. Upstart still ripping. This is crazy. It's still not selling off. Well, it's fueled by a lot of retail traders. At what age were you able to grow a beard? I think it was like 15 or something. 15, 16. Price target for Neo in a couple months. Like I said, 60 is my upper price target, but I think 50 is quite realistic. What is your thoughts on Sofi? I think Sofi is still bottoming out at the moment. It's going to bounce big time when this correction is over. Let me quickly grab a tissue. One moment. Uber is now up 8.5%. Do you use stop losses? From time to time I use stop losses, but only with risky stocks. I don't use stop losses when I think a company is actually relatively safe. I think stop losses are... the problem is these hedge funds, these big corporations, these trading firms, they know where your stop loss is. They know where everybody's stop loss is. And most often what happens is that options get manipulated in some sense to trigger where the most stop losses are. And so I don't think it's a good idea to have a lot of stop losses. But if you know a trade is risky, having a stop loss is necessary, I think. But you don't want to be having stop losses across the board, because what happens when the market corrects? Well, you lose out on a lot of money. And usually after a correction, you have a bounce with the safer stocks. I really don't think stop losses work out that good. Imagine if Warren Buffett had a stop loss. It's like he would have never been a billionaire because he would have always gotten out of the stock market. And remember what people say, time in the market beats timing in the market in some sense. So you want to be in the market as much as possible. Gara, I'm sick of YouTube. They keep saying a global crash of 50% is coming this year. Oh, it's weird. I'm seeing YouTubers say that the stock market is going to keep going higher and it's not going to crash. And the same with real estate. It's like everybody's so bullish right now. That's all I'm seeing here. It's the stock market cannot crash and the real estate market can't crash and it's going to keep going higher. I'm like, okay, we'll see. Uber is up 9.2%. And we covered this stock when it was sitting at 38. I said it was bullish. Said it was going to jump massively. There you go. Sitting at 43.5. Lovely. Alibaba is still giving me anxiety. And DIDI, well, same bracket. S&P also giving me anxiety. Let's see. S&P, Nasdaq, both are heading down still. Looks like today was a bull trap. Classic. Look at that. Russell's about to go negative. Dow Jones also coming down. Markets are rolling over right now. That's what we're seeing here. Lucid, whoa, 26 plus. Is it sitting at 26? Wow. It is. It seems like the more capital is available in the markets, the more Lucid goes up. Lucid is going back above 26. I mean, the sky's the limit right now. I think we're probably going to hit 27 soon, given the fact that we have had so much good news. Gara, do you think Chinese stocks will fall as much as the entire market or will be flatter because they have already had huge corrections? I think they're going to be flat. I don't think we're going to see more downside. If there is negativity in the markets for China, we're going to go flat most likely. I think we could see another spike and then drop, something like that. Nasdaq is still falling. We got the S&P still falling. Russell's falling, and we're seeing stocks across the board starting to slowly come back down. Well, Uber is still doing good though, sitting at 43.5. It's kind of wild. Palantir negative. AMC is sitting at 38. And if we go back here to Lucid, it's sitting at 26.2, which is quite impressive. Oh, by the way, if you'd like me to give you a shout out, then make sure you follow the Instagram, and I'll give you a shout out on stream. Link is in the chat. Make sure you smash the like button. If we hit 250 likes, we're going to extend this live stream by another 15 minutes. So make sure we get there. I don't think we're going to get there, but if you want to see me live for another 15 minutes, smash that like button. Let's get to 250, and let me know in the chat which stocks you would like me to cover, because we've been covering pretty much the same stocks. Let's get a little bit of variety here. Let me know which stocks you'd like me to cover in the chat. Palantir predictions for the upcoming month. I think we're going to hit 30. I think in October we're going to hit 30 for Palantir. Uber is flying. Yeah, it is flying. No wonder. I mean, they're giving us better guidance. That's why. 10% to the upside on Uber. And that's while the market is about to go negative. You see that? VIX is also... see that? VIX is coming back up all the way. VIX is sitting quite high, actually. And no wonder it's sitting high. Look at this. All this downside. How is C3 doing? It's doing bad, but the whole market is doing bad right now. What is your thoughts on Micron? Micron is going to see micro gains. I mean, it's just going down, 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 down. I think it's going to go down further. It looks like it's going to go down further, actually. Like we're going to get back to like 70 or something. Well, we have earnings coming up in like a couple days, right? At least it says it right here. And earnings have been fairly good, I believe. And look at this. This is the MACD here. I'm going to say Micron is probably going to go down again. Slightly and then jump. Oh, that's a bit of a big jump. Something like this. Could be possible. For some reason, the markets are not quite going red. But yeah, look at this. Alibaba going down 0.5 percentage points again. We got a $10 donation from J-Bo. J-Bo says, hey Gara, any thoughts on dollar ticker LEJU? I haven't seen this one recently. Thank you for that donation, by the way. It's too small of a market cap for me to cover it, unfortunately. I don't cover any stocks that are below a market cap of 500 million. Well, because of this, well, these kind of moves, right? Look at this. Like that, that's crazy. So yeah, if you have any other stocks you'd like me to cover, then just let me know in the chat. Tesla is up 1.5%. That is good. Ethereum up. Cardano up. Bitcoin is down 1%. VIX is potentially going to go down. We'll see. Uber is still sitting pretty high. Lucid Group up 9%. Let's see. If the Fed has good news tomorrow, will the market skyrocket? Yes. It's going to skyrocket. If the Fed doesn't talk about tapering, they don't announce anything, the stock market is going to go up. However, if they delay tapering, that would be also pretty good. It's like, hey, we're going to like do it in February or something, or January. So, yeah. However, if they announce it, like, oh, we're going to announce tapering, in, you know, we're going to taper in November, the market's going to collapse, I think. Probably. At least that's what I'm thinking right now. What is it? The Fed is going to talk tomorrow. Yeah, there's going to be a press conference for tomorrow. Let me just quickly take a look at that. Let's see. We're talking the 22nd, right? FOMC meeting, press conference, 2 p.m. 2 p.m. Eastern time. That's while the market is open as well. So 2 p.m. Eastern time tomorrow. We're going to be covering the press conference that they're going to have, and they could announce the tapering. They could very well announce it. All right, we had 500 votes. Is the correction over? 52% said no, 21% said yes, 17% says maybe, and 10% says no. It's not going to happen. And I think it's not going to happen. I don't think the market's going to bounce. I think that we're going to see this correction continue for the short term. Doesn't mean that it's a bad idea to be buying stocks. I think it's a pretty good idea because stocks are sitting pretty darn low. Uber was sitting like at 40 and 39 and 38. UiPath is sitting pretty low too. Netlist, Robinhood, Virgin Galactic, Helion, everything is down. Alibaba sitting at 150. I mean, how much is it down from all-time highs, right? It's down like 52.4%. How much lower do you want a stock to go? Market cap of about 431 billion, and they got quite nice revenues. What's happening with Upstart? Yeah, we said Upstart was going to top out any moment, and I still believe that we're going to see the markets top out right here. By the way, like I said, if we hit 250 likes, we're going to be extending this live stream by another 15 minutes. Make sure you smash that like button. Let's get to 250 likes right here, right now. Smash that like button. Let me check if there's any people that followed the Instagram, because I was going to give some shout outs. Shout out to Bit Overlord and ANV129 for following the Instagram. Appreciate it a lot. Welcome to the Instagram account, where we will be posting a lot about the markets and stocks, etc. If you want to get a shout out, make sure you follow the Instagram account, which the link is going to be down below in the description, and I'll give you the link in the chat as well. There we go. Now my throat is killing me. It's because of the coffee, and I haven't really drink. Actually, I'm gonna make another coffee. Why the hell wouldn't I do that right now? Actually, yeah, I'm gonna make another coffee. When I'm back, that like count is sitting at 250, and we're gonna do another 15 minutes. Smash the like. I'll be back in a sec. All right. Come on, man. I just, this stock, man. Unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable. It's just, it cannot catch a break. So frustrating. The most frustrating part about this is, like, it's been going down, right? It's not like it's just recently starting to go down. It's down. It's been going down for almost a whole year, and it's still failing to go up. Shout out to Ash Green 12 and Ghost X52 for following the Instagram. Make sure you follow the Instagram if you want to get a shout out. So, yeah, I'm just making a coffee over here. Got my little coffee machine. Make me a cup of coffee. We're about to hit 250 likes, so I will be extending the live stream for another 15 minutes. Which, you know, normally I actually wrap the live stream up right now. We'll give it another 15 minutes. If we hit 300 likes, we're going to do another 15 minutes on top of that. So, let me just pour myself some coffee. There we go. Alibaba still heading down. Interesting. Yeah, we hit 250 likes. Let's extend for another 15 minutes. Yeah, Tesla's going to keep going up. Look at that. S&P's about to go negative. Did not warn about this. I think we did. It's sliding down. Oh boy. Russell's about to go negative. S&P about to go negative. Nasdaq is getting close too. Lovely deck cap bounce. Oops. There we go. See how my portfolio is looking like. Man, it's just unbelievable. Let's check Baba. Baba's about to be down a percentage point now. I mean, who is selling? Actually, it's just the selling pressure is so incredible. It must be specific institutions that are holding like a boatload of Baba. There's no way around that. DIDI is still green. It's so crazy. So nutty. Look, I mean, just look at this. I'm scrolling through days worth of data. Down. 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 Oh my god. There's no end to it. It can go for months like that. It's oversold on the weekly chart too. Yeah, Baba needs some good news. I'm telling you, like, we need some good news. This will continue if there's no good news. There's nothing to keep people excited about Alibaba. That's the problem. And the same for DIDI. It's just and the bearish news just keeps on coming, right? So China this, China that. It's terrible. Imagine if this never happened, right? All the negativity. We would have seen Baba go up to like $500. Instead, we're seeing the opposite. And this is what the Chinese government ultimately wants. They don't want to have big tech get bigger and bigger and bigger. That's not their desire. But then again, this is kind of excessive, I would say, what we've seen.
Yeah, I think until we don't, good news and Baba just don't exist. Yeah, true. What can I say? Things can remain irrational for a long time. Markets are still positive, not negative yet. VIX is down 4.5%. Give me one moment here. People are so done with China that they don't care how undervalued it is. I agree. I really agree with that. People are very impatient. Most people will hold a stock for a couple weeks and then they'll sell because they can't be patient enough. And that's what's happening. All retail traders are dumping the shares. Hedge funds are dumping the shares. It's and look at this. How many weeks of just negativity is this? Like 1, 2, 3. And we're about to get another week of negativity, which is this week. Well, I think this is... Okay, that's this week. I mean, worst case scenario, we get like 4 or 5 weeks of negativity. Gara, Chinese warplanes enters into Taiwan's air defense zone. Really? No way. Is that recent news or that's 2 weeks ago? "19 Chinese warplanes. Wow, that is insane. That is insane. Oh, 4 Chinese warplanes entered Taiwan air defense zone. Chinese warplanes entered Taiwan air defense zone. That's wild. That's a recent one. That's 40 minutes ago. What? No way. A Chinese military plane flew into the Taiwan's air defense identification zone on Monday afternoon. Damn. That's not good. I think that situation should not escalate. If it does escalate, if you think Chinese stocks have been doing bad, just wait. If that situation escalates, oh boy, it's gonna get much worse. But I think the upside is just as great, though. Like, wouldn't be surprised if we see... I mean, recently, when we had a downturn, Alibaba went up 10% and it kept going down. Then it goes up 10% or 15% and it just keeps going down. We had the big move right here, which was 30% from 215. And it just pulls back all the way. So we haven't had a proper rally yet in these stocks. Since February, I would say. Just waiting for that to happen. AI, look at that. AI is actually positive. It's up 1%. And 10-year yield is negative. What the hell's happening? The 10-year yield was positive, 0.5%. Now negative. That's crazy. Nasdaq, and look at that. S&P is about to fill the gap completely. About to go negative. Hey, Gara, could you give us your thoughts on the airline industry after U.S. relaxing COVID restrictions and traveling? I think it's going to be pretty good. I think the airline stocks are going to go up. It's good news. Alibaba's still heading down. DIDI's still heading down. Oh boy. Let me check the China A50, which is probably still down. It's green 0.5%. That is crazy. Baba is now down a percentage point. Here's my phone. What I needed. There we go. Everything is dumping. Yes, that was what we were expecting, eh? Bull trap and collapse. There you go. Russell down 0.3%. S&P down 0.1%. Dow Jones is going negative. Nasdaq going negative. That's the current situation, right? This is the correction. It's not over yet. We need to see confirmation from the Fed that the taper is delayed, else stocks will keep going down. We have no good news short term, and that's the current situation. VIX is spiking again as well. Look at that. Look at that massive spike on the VIX. And that's the highest that we've seen the VIX since probably March, right? It can go much higher. It can go to 40 if things get really bad. Uber is going down. Okay, so even now, the more bullish stocks about to head down. Interesting. Very, very interesting. Situation is not improving. Boy, oh boy. DIDI is now down 0.9%. Oh my god. It's getting worse. It is getting worse. And no surprise, I've been warning about this. The stock market has been going higher and higher and higher and higher without any proper corrections. And that's what you get after going up in a straight line. I mean, what do you expect? The real support would be right around here, I think, in this zone. Just kind of right around here. So let's say we dump all the way. Well, this would be the greatest buying opportunity for the next year. Because I don't think we're going to go much below that. At least I'm not seeing that happen with the Fed potentially delaying the tapering and whatnot. One moment. Gara, China will let Evergrande enter in default, and it will not be able to pay back those 300 billions. Frankly, I think that China, I think, let's be honest, most people that are holding stocks in China are fairly rich, upper class, upper middle class, higher classes. So in their mind, it's like, hey, if the stock market falls, then guess what? You're equalizing the net worths. The rich are getting poorer, and the poor are still poor, or might get maybe a bit more elevated. Probably not. I don't know what they're thinking, but it's what's happening is pretty crazy. I think capitalism has worked well just across the board, everywhere. It can get extreme, and that's when governments have to do something. But to punish it like this, from what I've seen, it's quite excessive. I hope it doesn't get worse than this. And if it does get worse, then I will probably take some money off the table. But we haven't seen that happen yet. This is still a doable situation. This doesn't have to get worse than it already is. China is bad for humanity. Now, I disagree with that. I think people don't appreciate how important China is for the for the economy. It's so incredibly important. I mean, think about it. How many things that we buy on a daily basis is from China? And just think about the influence it had the past 30 years. Like almost everything made in China. I think people underestimate how much of an influence that has. And there's way more things than that, right? It's just people underestimate how globalized the world is. Everything is connected. People don't appreciate the slave labor. I also think what's happening on that side of their their countries is pretty horrible. It's pretty messed up. Gara Burry just tweeted China crash. He's late to the party because the stock market in China is already crashing. So it's like, I don't know, man. What can I say about that? If he's really saying that Chinese markets are going to crash, they're already crashing. Like, they have been crashing for the past months. So he's like, oh, is he saying it's going to get worse? I don't know. Let me see. Michael Burry deleted tweets. Like, it's been crashing. Like, it's not like it's not been crashing. It's been like this for a while now. No, I don't see anything new posted by Michael Burry. Gara, Burry just tweeted China crash. I don't know where you see that, but I can't find it. Did he tweet anything? I can't find it. I'm trying to find it. No. Not seeing anything about that. Is this the lowest level for the correction? No, I don't think so. I guess he deleted it. He deleted it very fast, though. I hope somebody took a screenshot. I wonder what he said. Gara, 150 is the bottom. I don't agree. It doesn't have to be. It really doesn't have to be. Find the last beer lasting. I think I already I checked that one already. The last beer standing. I think that was it. Anyways, I think I'm gonna have to wrap up this current live stream. I've got a meeting coming up. I've got a meeting for the merchandise. It's gonna be quite important. I'm gonna start promoting that again, and we're gonna start promoting a lot of things again in the future to help out with the channel. Obviously, there's a lot of exciting things coming. Like I said, The Office is coming up. There's going to be no background noise. It's going to be super fast internet. It's going to be perfect, essentially. And, yeah. So, just very excited about that. Starting the 1st of October, we're going to have our own office place to just be able to do anything we want. And very, very excited about that. So, that's coming up. And that's going to enable me to do a lot more. Markets are looking very negative. I think the market correction is going to keep going. I think we could probably go down another 2.5%, maybe 3% in total in the coming days. But that's when it would probably bottom out at that point. Unless Jerome Powell is going to announce a tapering very early on, I think the markets are going to look fine once we see just a little bit more downside. But yeah, thank you for watching. Hit that like button, subscribe. Hit the notification bell. Check out the social media. We have an Instagram. We have a Twitter. We have Discord. Patreon, where you can support the channel. All the links are down below. Check them out. Thank you for watching once again. This was Lucid Trading. We will be live in 3 hours, so make sure you tune in. We're also going to be covering tomorrow's very important press conference from the Fed, from Jerome Powell himself. So make sure you're there for tomorrow as well. And yeah, this was Lucid Trading. I'll see you in the Discord if you have Discord. And have a good one. Good luck with trading. We'll see you very soon.